What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we're gonna be doing another tier list in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM, lads. Before we get, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are literally like I think we're like 6 subscribers away from 289k, which would be absolutely insane if we hit that by the end of the day. But yeah, so we're gonna be only doing primary point guards here, so it's gonna be these guys. We're going to be in point guards today, shooting guards tomorrow, small forwards Wednesday, or small forwards Monday, power forwards Wednesday, and centers Thursday, maybe? Something along the lines of that, with this top 100 list, hopefully, coming out tomorrow, assuming that I'm okay. I'm really not feeling well. I'm testing negative. I'm still feeling really, really bad. So I'm pretty sure it's something else. It's definitely to do with the lack of sleep and the kind of overworking. Obviously it doesn't bode well. We're blown 4 to 5 today, but either way, doesn't matter too much. So Caruso, look, with the way point guards are, I'm looking at this list, Caruso is one of the weakest. Like, I don't think Caruso quite belongs in a worth list here, but like Caruso is a 6'4" point guard. He's got a decent release, like 70 and a very quick is fine. Is that Corver release? His upper's okay. Defensive animations are good. The only thing with Caruso, honestly, the only thing with Caruso is that he's just not good enough at one particular thing. He's an okay defender. He's a decent shooter. He's a decent dunker. He's not small, but not particularly tall. Not good enough at one thing. Iverson. Look, in today's game, Iverson is worthless. And it's not all to do with his height. A lot of it is to do with his height. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie. A lot of why Iverson sucks is to do with the guy's height. The height is a big, big issue. And honestly, the reason why the height's a big issue is just he doesn't play defense. And the reason why, his size is an issue. I say his height is an issue. His height is an issue, but that's the only issue. Like, CP3 is much better than Iverson because Iverson's got this tiny player model that looks about 5'6". Like, his player model is just too little. It's just too little. And for that reason, I can't put him above worthless there. He's a bad behind the back as well. He's got a lot of things that aren't great. Baron Davis, at this stage in the game, I think Baron Davis is okay. I'm going to put him in C tier. I think Baron Davis is undersized. He's one of the better undersized point guards in the game. Like, the question is, I'm like, is Baron Davis better than, like, could he go B tier? Now, that's kind of where the question is. Like, Baron Davis, I'm actually going to put him B tier. So I do think he's a lot better than, like, a Dame. Than, like, a Dame Dark Matter. I think he's better than a Rose Dark Matter. I think I'm going to put him in. I'm going to put him B. He might get moved down to C. He might move down to C. Simmons, S. Like, I get it. Simmons is not really the most liked player in the world, even in my team anymore. Like, I'm not the highest on Ben Simmons. I wouldn't really use him. But there are still a lot of people that do just want to use Simmons at the 1. I'd much rather use the 6'8", 6'9" 2 guard and run Simmons and just not run Simmons. But, I mean, there are a lot of people that do really like Simmons, and he's no brainer in S tier. Chris Paul's going D tier. He's 6 foot tall, so I'm not putting him higher than that. The difference between him and Iverson is just player build. Honestly, it's just player build. The player build is much, much better on CP3 than on Iverson. Like, I've tried to use both of them. Like, I've survived. Like, every time I use Iverson, he feels like he gets attacked. When I use Chris Paul, teams kind of struggle to attack him. Even though they got very similar stats, similar interior defense. There's just something about Iverson that makes him really, really bad in my team, and I'm not entirely sure what it is. There's something that just makes him really, really bad in this game. So, yeah. Then we got Dame. We got Dame Lillard, who's going to go... See, I don't really like Dame. I'll put him in C tier. He's like a way worse version of Baron Davis. They have the same release, and it's the only really similarity. I think that's fine. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's absolutely horrendous. I think his player build is a little bit like Iverson's, where he's small, feels really small. But yeah, let's go C tier. I'm gonna put D'Angelo in B tier. D'Lo was great the day he came out, though. Like, when D'Angelo Russell came out, I ran him. A lot of people did run him. He was a really fun card because he's like 6'5". He had the normal laner. He could kind of, as Ty would say, move and groove. Like, his movement was really nice. There were a lot of good things about him, honestly. There really were a lot of good things about him. It's just, the release is a bit iffy. Not the greatest defender, and it's been a long time since these flashbacks were out. So, yeah, he's going to go with the B tier. Dejante Murray. Now, it's B or C. It's B or C with Dejante. The 47 blocks kind of killer. Offensively, his release is fine. His player build is good. His defense is good. I think I'm going to move Dame down a tier, honestly. Give me Dejante over Dame. And give me these two guys over Dejante. DeRozan. Low beat. No, he's not better than Dejante. DeRozan's got like shifty. You can't really create with him. He's 6'7", but his player build makes him look like 6'5". Release is good, not good, but not unbelievably good because again, it's a quick release. Like the card came out at the end of March, so it's not like saying he's his god tier card. Like even I think I probably even put Sabonis in like B or C tier. Like obviously, as everyone does, I forgot to put Sabonis on the damn list. But yeah, he's gonna go into C tier. Derrick Rose, C. I don't like the Euros. I think he's small. I think his whole game is based around the left-right. And I'm not entirely sure how effective Rose is in today's game. If you ask me who I would take, Derrick Rose or D'Angelo Russell, 10 times out of 10, I'm taking D'Angelo Russell. Just in today's game, though, is Derrick... No, not Derrick Rose getting the B tier. Derrick Rose was really good for his time, though. He really was. When he came out, there's cards that does what he does, but better. There are cards that kind of move better than Derrick Rose. Donald is literally just a copy and paste of Derrick Rose. Peyton, S. He's S tier. Like, I'm only going to have 5 in S tier. I think I'm going to put Peyton in my top 5. Peyton's either going to be an S tier or like top of A tier. Speaking of A tier, he's not A tier. He's B tier. He's B tier. Gilbert, though, is really good. Like, Gilbert is... I'm trying to think, as of right now, Gilbert might be my backup point guard. I don't have a backup point guard right now on my main account. Because, again, I don't really play. I legitimately do not play Unlimited. So, I have got Denny playing the 1 for me just all the time through plus 10. I'm about to get Derek White, and Derek White's probably going to take that spot. But Gilbert Arenas is a good shooter. A really good shooter. Not a great player build, but he's got a great, like, behind the back. Really good offensively. Not the greatest defensively. But for me, he's, like, a lot better than, say, a Derrick Rose. Ja. At this stage of the game, Ja's D tier. I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys are going to be like, oh, I love Ja Morant. That's completely fine, but he's D tier. He's too small. He's, like, 5'6". Jalen Brunson is this tiny player model. He just gets destroyed. He gets absolutely destroyed. I've tried to use him. He's worthless. First A-tier player, Jalen Green. Super slept on point guard. Like, him versus Lance Stevenson is a very interesting one. I think Lance is better. But Jalen Green is a damn shooting guard. Why is he on this list? He would be A-tier. He shouldn't be. Jalen Green should not be on the list, but just so that you guys get the general gist of who should be an A tier, because again, we are only going primary. We're only going primary. If you guys are looking at guys who are primary shooting guards, Dwayne Wade, A tier, potentially S tier depending on the 5. Lance Stevenson, A tier. Josh Giddey, A tier. That's, I think, pretty sure they're like the only 3. Suggs. Don't like Suggs' player build or his release. I'm going to put him in D tier. And again, like, these guys aren't unusable. Like, I've used CP3 a few times even since he's come out. He's been alright. Caruso is more than usable. It's just these are the best of the best at the point guard position. We're at the stage of the year where even cards that are in quote-unquote worthless tier, you can still go out there and drop 20 on a bot. Jamal Murray. He kind of sucks. I'm going to put him in C, because I like his player model. Nah, I'm going to move Jamal Murray down to D. I don't like him. I'm going to move Kid to C tier. Kid is so much better than some of these guys. Like, Kid's release isn't very good, but, like, if he's wide open, he'll hit. His handle's alright. His defense is really, really nice. His dribbling's good. And Kid is surprisingly good. If you guys know me, you know where this guy's going. He's the worst player I've ever used. He's one of the worst players I've ever used. He's better. Like, he's worse than Iverson. I'm not even joking. I don't care what his stats are. He can't shoot. He can't shoot. I don't know what's wrong with Jason Williams. He cannot shoot. I was playing in a game where I scored 7 threes against a guy who was like a beginner. It took me 14 shots. He missed 7 slightlies in a row, all wide open. That has not happened to any player I've ever used. He's green or miss. There's something weird with this card. Maybe you guys like him, but I hate him. Stockton, because of base 3 and very quick and just how fun he can be. I'm actually giving Stockton the nod over these guys. I'm going to put Stockton in C tier. Wall A. Now, Wall is Wade's level. And I don't care what anyone really says about that. I think he's Wade level. I think Wade's slightly better. I think Wall is really good. This is one of the most slept on guards in the game. I think Wall is so damn good in this game. Drew Holiday. Drew's going edge of A tier. He's going edge of A tier because he's tall, he's not tall, but he's got a really good release and he gets really good defensive animations and actually good post-defensive animations, which not a lot of these lower guys get. He's also a good dunker, can move quite well with the ball, and also can be good with or without the ball. So Drew, A tier. LaMelo. A. I like LaMelo Ball. I do like LaMelo. I'm going to put him in A. I like LaMelo more than a lot of people. I'd be tempted to put him in S. And obviously, the next 2 guys on this list are Lucas. Luka go into S tier. The best point guard in the game is Invincible Luka Doncic on next gen. The best point guard in all year is Invincible Luka. The best card on next gen is Invincible Luka. The best card for their specific game is in the history of my team. Is next gen Invincible Luka Doncic. He is so good. And like we could fill S tier with 4 Luka Doncics if I wanted to. Like Invincible has to go there because he just come out, and then I'm not going to not put power within Luka because there's so much more price discrepancy, and most people are going to be looking at power within Luka and be like, where is he? He's at their S tier. They're number 1 and 2. There is number 1, number 2, and then the rest. And then obviously the next 2 Lukas are 3 and 4. Magic Johnson, B tier. He can't run. I'm sorry, I like my point guard to run. He's good at doing one thing. There is one thing, and I mean one thing that Magic Johnson is good for. If you are like me, and your power forward guards ball, if your power forward is going to guard the other team's point guard, and you want your you want to not have to like manipulate matchups, and you want your point guard to honestly, you want your point guards to guard power forwards, then use Magic Johnson. Then not even use Magic Johnson. Then Magic Johnson might not be a terrible decision. Otherwise, there's literally no reason why anyone should use this card. He's not him. He's not good at all. I'd be tempted to push him down a tier, but we got DeRozan now. He's better than him. Surprisingly, I'm putting Mario Chalmers in B tier. He's like a better John Stockton for me. He's got that D-Rose left, right. So if that's your big thing, like Derrick Rose has got terrible dunk packages. Derrick Rose is not someone to go to the basket with. Whereas Mario Chalmers is like Derrick Rose, but he's got a better release. But he doesn't have the player build of Derrick Rose, so he's going to go B tier. Fultz. Now, I'm going to put Fultz in A. I think a lot of you are going to disagree with that. I think that might be one of my like positionings that people don't really like. I think Markelle Fultz, he's got quick drops off 1, which is a super effective like dunk package. He's a good shooter, like Steph Curry release. He can shoot the ball from somewhat okay distance. His dunk, obviously his dunking's very good. His handle's pretty nice. He's 6'4", but he's got that 6'10" wingspan. You don't feel like 6'5", 6'6". Yeah, Markelle Fultz, A tier. Jordan S. Now, the point guard, again, the point guard ranking is Luka, Jordan. So Jordan, if we were to actually round our proper top 5, it would be 4 Lukas and Jordan. But I think that might round out S tier. I'm going to take a look at the rest of this list to think, do I move Gary Payton down? Yeah, I'm going to move Gary Payton down. It's a really close one. I'm going to move Gary Payton down. Oscar Robertson. I'm going to BA. I don't think there's that much of a difference between these Oscar Robertsons. I think you can make, like, that Oscar Robertson Galaxy Open might, for his time, be one of the most slept on cards in my team. Really might be. Like, that card came out in Metamorphosis. I'm going to tell you guys how long that card, it came out on April the 1st. 1 week after out of position. That card came out so long ago that I had a fully healthy Achilles tendon when that card came out. That card came out the day before WrestleMania. Like, that card is freaking him. Oscar Robertson, lads. Oscar Robertson was a beast. But this card is just better. It's slightly better than everything. Pierce. I'm gonna go B. I hate him, but I know some people do, and he's not that bad in current gen. I'm not putting him in A tier. I don't care what anyone wants me to do. I'm not putting Paul Pierce in A tier. Like, there are a certain amount, like, there's certain things where I'll be like, you know what, I'll concede. I'll concede in a lot of situations. I'm not conceding a Paul Pierce. It's a push me to put him in B tier. I hate that. I think that's the worst release in the game. I think there are slower releases. I think base 11 and Pierce. I think Pierce is worse than base 11. I think Pierce is the worst release in the game. Like, yeah, he's at 99 3-point shot, and off the catch is not awful, but, like, no, he's not good. He's not good at all. And now my final S tier inclusion is Penny Hardaway. So I think Penny is very slightly better than Penny, Payton, LaMelo. Like, that's a really close one for that last spot. If you want to just only have one Luka in there, put one of those 3 guys in. Or if we were looking at shooting guards included, then you could honestly debate whether Dwayne Wade should be up there. Dwayne Wade, I would actually consider talking about Lance Stevenson maybe going up there. But I'm happy with this 5, even when you include guys that can play down. If we're talking about other guys in other positions, again, Denny A tier, Denny A tier, Wade A tier, Lance A tier, Giddey A tier. That's what I would do, even though it would be very crowded A tier. Westbrook. Now, Westbrook is most definitely better than these guys at the bottom. I don't like Westbrook at all. Like, his release is so... He's literally a 6'3" Dinwiddie. Like, his release is slow. It gets contested every time. His dunk packages are awful. He still kind of feels slow because he has a weird motion style. His defense is meh. His player build's not good. But he's not as bad as these 3 guys and worthless. But this card is the worst. No, he's not. He's probably... No, he's the second worst player. He's better than Jason Williams. But he's not as good as Iverson or Brunson. His Westbrook sucks. His Westbrook is a 6'3", normal timing, base dribble stop point guard at the end of the year. I mean, he's in there because he's a dark matter, but he sucks, man. Dinwiddie. I would love to... I wish... As someone who grinded, I wish I could put Dinwiddie in A tier. Obviously, Derrick White is probably the only A tier point guard that came out in the playoff batch. Dinwiddie's alright though. Marcus Smart probably goes B tier as well. But Dinwiddie's 6'6". That release is slow. Dribbling's alright, but I just get baited in so many jump shots. I get baited into shooting so many heavily contested jumpers that I can't in good conscience put Dinwiddie into A tier. I had to stop using him. Steph, look, he's D tier. Steph, A. Definitely A tier. I don't know why I even hesitated on that for a second. No, Steph is A tier. Steph will play that, but he'll play the best defense of any Steph we've ever seen, which is still not very good defense. He's just really good on offense. He's really good on offense. I don't like him. I would never use a Steph Curry, but I'm going to put this Steph Curry in A tier, and I'm going to put the other Steph in B. I'm going to put Hero Steph in B. I think Hero Steph lacks a little bit of what the Invincible Steph does. I don't think it's that much of a difference. I think you're a big Steph fan. Honestly, offensively, I think they give you the same. It's just... Maybe I'll move Hero Steph up to A, but then I'm like, is Hero Steph better than Gilbert? I don't know. That lower A and higher B are very close to each other. Like, for me, LaMelo, Payton, and that's really it. LaMelo and Payton are a lot better than the rest of them. So, yeah, like Hero Steph's a tough call. That is a really tough call. And I know a lot of people are just going to skip to the end of the video and get really angry. And I'm not going to explain at the end, but that's probably my toughest call is Hero Steph in B tier. I'm going to stand by it because I don't think Hero Steph is objectively better than Gilbert Arenas and Baron Davis. I don't think he's objectively better than those guys, even as a little point guard. But that's a close call. Marbury, wherever I have Derrick Rose in, I have to put Stephon Marbury. Derrick Rose and Marbury are basically the same, except Marbury's like 10%, like 5% worse. Steve Francis, getting to that little guy tier. Steve Francis is fun though. I need guys in some other tiers. Surprisingly enough, 3 of our last guys are going to end it on... Steve Nash is going to end it in C tier. Now, Steve Nash, this is not a terrible card. I'm actually shocked by that. Because he's tiny. Like, the guy is tiny, and he's also, like, a shooter, but can't dunk. And you're looking, you're like, oh, he kind of doesn't have everything. He shouldn't be as good as he is. But I agree, he shouldn't be as good as he is. But, like, Steve Nash is going to go C tier, because I actually kind of like him. Tim Hardaway, I've used him literally on one account. He's too little. He's got a tiny player build, but he's an invincible, so I'm not putting him in worthless tier. Trey Young. Now, Trey Young is a different story. Trey's got the, like, Trey Escape and Trey Fade on current gen. He's really kind of... He can cook. And he's got the Trey size up as well, which I really like. Trey Young was a player that I used for quite a bit in my like clutch time squad. In my TTO squad, this is my main scorer. Trey can actually kind of cook. Should he be a tier lower? Maybe. I actually really do like Trey Young. I'm shocked that I have Trey Young this high, but I actually do like him. I really do. And last up is Tyrese Halliburton. And Halliburton's going to go into that B tier. He's not quite A tier. But I think he is better than a Dejante. Like, the more I use the two of them, the more Dejante needs to go up a tier. I got too many guys in that B tier, but I don't really care. I'm going to move Dejante up a tier, and I can't really move anyone down. Unless I want to move some guys down to worthless tier and move a few guys down into C tier, which is actually what I'm going to do. So I'm going to move... I mean, who most belongs in worthless out of these guys? Westbrook. Honestly, Westbrook. I'm going to move Trey Young down 1. Move Dejante down 1. I'm going to move Halliburton down 1. I'm going to move Marbury down 1. I'm going to move... I want to move Pierce down. I really want to move Pierce down 1. People are going to kill me if I move Rose down. No, I'll keep it like this. But man, Dejante's as good as D'Lo though. He is. Jonte is as good as that freaking D'Lo card. D'Lo down. Move Francis down. Who I think Rose is better. Francis up. Screw it, Rose. Because people are going to get a lot less angry. Even though Rose and Donald are copy-paste of each other, people are going to get way less angry if I put Donald down, not Derrick Rose. Even though they're copies and pastes of each other, is what I'm doing. So yeah, that's it. I'm actually kind of happy with this list. Like, D'Lo's got to go up, doesn't he, though? D'Lo's got to go up, but I prefer and Halliburton go up. There we go. I'm done. I'm done tinkering. Either way, Luka is the top 4 point guys in the game. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.